Hello, welcome to class again. Today you'll need a cushion, or if you've got a squidgy ball, a squidgy ball. Pet dog is perfectly optional. So to start with, just have the cushion where you can grab it, and we will start off with some breathing. So sitting nice and tall, if you need to move some bottom out the way, please do. Find your sit bones, find some space in your body. Think about drawing your knees towards each other and then pressing into your hands so you feel some engagement through your body. And then breathe out, breathe in. So directing the air into the back and sides of your ribs, shoulders relaxed. Just finding space. On your next out breath, just curl the upper back, flexing forward, breathing in to sit nice and tall. And again, breathing out. Breathing in to sit tall. And this time extend the back. So think lifting the heart as you breathe out. Breathe in to restack nice and tall. Breathe out, curling forward. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathe out. And in. And again. All the time pressing your hands into your shins into your hands. Feet into the floor. Lifting the heart. And breathing in. One more. Finding some flexion and extension in the back. Let's build onto that with our arms. So arms out, curling forward as you breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, extend. And breathe in. Breathing out. And in. And out. And in. And one more. In. And out. And in. Let's build on that. So breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bring the spine into it. Tailbone reaching away. And reach forward as you breathe in. And sit tall. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, just a half roll back, taking your arms into a T and then bringing them forward and sitting tall. And again, breathing out, curl forward, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out. Let's extend the back up. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathing out, breathe in, final time, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And this time, as you breathe out, just take yourself all the way down to the mat. You can hold onto your thighs to do so. And then come and find your semi-supine position. Feet bent up, hip width apart, and just place your cushion between your knees. Give your neck some length. Arms loosely by your side, breathing out, pelvic tilt. Just soften the lower back into the mat. Breathe in to replace. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Peel off a little higher to hover the bum. Breathing in. Shoulders nice and wide and relaxed. Think about the feet placed on the mat, and you can imagine the heels drawing in towards the bottom to get a little bit of engagement. You're trying to minimize rocking from side to side, and having this cushion or little squidgy ball highlights all those little areas of inconsistency. So focus on what you're doing, curling up to scapular, bra strap level, breath in to hold, and breathing out, peeling down, soften through the chest to peel upper back, middle back, lower back, and tailbone to unpeel the pelvis. Breathing out, breathe in to hold, breathing out, soften. And you can take your arms into it, breathing out, peeling off. Breathing in to hold, arms behind your head. Breathing out. And either circle your arms or just bring them round by your sides, ready to go, breathing out. Breathing in to hold, keep that pubic bone curled. Breathing out, just slide that back down onto the mat, keeping the pubic bone curled towards you until that last moment. And then final time, breathing out, peeling off. Breath in to hold, wide and full. And then breathing out, peeling it down. And then arms by your sides. Hands behind head, you'll curl up. So breath out, keep the tailbone down, keep those feet reaching into the floor and heels drawing towards your bottom. And 2. Final time, 1. Hold it there. If you can, lift both feet off the floor and then 4 taps down. 4. Aiming both feet to reach the floor at the same time. Mine seem to be going one at a time. 3. Final time, keep curling up. 4, feet flat down. Peel down, ready to go again. Breathing out to curl up. And back. So you're keeping the tailbone firmly on the ground. There's no wibbly wobbling of the knees. Final time. And then you lift those feet. Inner thighs squeezing together. Tummy buttons scooping in and up. And 3. Keeping curled up. And 2. And 1. Feet down. Take it back. Final set. Breathing out. Curl up. And back. And 3. Come up as high as you can. And 2. And 1. Hold it there. Curl a little higher. Peel those feet off. And then 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Feet down. Curl it back. If you need to, just hug your knees into your chest. Then from there, either put your feet down or keep them up in tabletop and just have your arms out into a nice T. We'll do our lovely hip rolls. So breathing in, take the hips one way. You can look away from your knees, and I don't mind if the back peels off a little bit more this time. Breathe out to come to center. Breathing in to rotate. Out to center. Same thing with your feet down. If you're having them down, your foot will peel off. Just helps you keep in line. And just keep using your breath. So breathing in to rotate. Breathing out, scoop in the abdominals. Breathe in, back and sides of your ribs. Breathe out. And remember, you're keeping your knees exactly where they are. If you want more of a challenge, you can move that cushion towards your ankles and do this with long legs, but you won't go so far. And you can turn it out so you're getting a little bit of pressure through the heels. All the time, keeping the abs engaged, so tummy button to spine, or scooping in and up like a big ice cream scoop. That's it. And just one more. Then grab that cushion. And you can either have feet in tabletop or feet down, hip width apart. Hold the cushion and then breathing out. Keep the cushion in the middle of your chest and you rotate to curl up. And back. Breathing out to rotate and curl up. And return. So you can add a little bit of pressure through your feet again. Think about drawing those heels in towards your bottom. And you're thinking about rolling over first to pass the ball to someone beyond your knee. So you're really rotating the upper chest. If you find that your feet and your knees are moving, change it. Put the cushion there. You can use diving arms. So it's a really good way of highlighting again little inconsistencies or little wibbles, and everybody's body is built differently, although we're all the same. And if you're finding your neck's a little bit tense, just allow your head to be really heavy in the hands. Press your head back into your hands, just to give it a little bit of support. So lots of different options. Whichever one you're doing, just make this set the last one this way, breathing out. And then again, if you need to hug your knees to your chest, have a little rock from side to side. And we'll use the cushion for some Pilates footwork, which we do on the reformer. So between the ankles, one thing, squeezing the inner thighs, again scooping in and up to keep control, very important. Arms as wide as you need to, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Breathing out to extend, breathing in to return. So you're not losing your back, you're extend and bend. Your feet stay pointing the same way. It's really important to keep those abs engaged, to keep the back supported. If you're finding this too much and you're getting tension in your back, lose the cushion and just do one leg at a time. And then change sides. One more this way. We're going to extend, bend, tap and up. Extend, bend in, tap down and up. So all the time thinking about the abdominals. And again, if you're just doing this on one leg, perfectly fine. Just alternate to make sure you're working both sides. And out and in and tap and up. Final time, out and in, and tap, and up. Come up if you can onto your forearms. Again, cushion between your ankles, but this time a slightly more heel action. And we'll do our frog leg. So you still start in tabletop position, think lifting the heart, orange under the chin, and then extend, and bend in, extend, and bend, extend, and bend. Oh, hard work, definitely hard work. Oh, little ball is wiggling everywhere. And 2, and 1, and lie back down. Just hold the ball or the cushion or put it down wherever you want. Feet back there, frog legs, and we're just going to open one leg out and back. Otherwise, obviously, you'd lose the cushion. But learn to find some real stretch in the back of the knee. You can point the foot and soften down. Breathe in maybe to extend, and breathe out to bend. And breathe in, extend, and out to bend. In and out. Try to keep some relaxation in the shoulder area. Keeping those abdominals scooped in. Final time, breathe in, breathe in, and bend. And then again, hug your knees into your chest. So then grab your cushion again if you want to. I'm going to scoot down my mat. You can have them either between your knees, if your feet are flat on the floor, or in tabletop. If you're going to extend your legs, because we're doing the 100, have them again between your ankles. So whatever version you want to do. 100, shoulders wide, think abs, drawing in. Nod the head, curl up. Come into tabletop, extend the legs away, and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing. Whichever version of breath you want to do, either long in breath, long out breath, keep the arms beating from under the armpits, keep the body stable, keep curling as high as you can. Last set, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again, hug your knees into your chest. Fantastic. Then losing that ball, let's come up to sitting. We will do our spine twist. We're actually going to hold the cushion or hold the ball and start with nice bent elbows. And you want to keep the cushion in front of your chest. So breathe in to rotate. Breathe out to offer. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Thinking nice and tall out of the hips. Keep those legs aiming into the mat. And you're spiraling up to the ceiling every time you come back to center, sitting really tall. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. In, out, in, and out. In. Little shake of work going on through the front of my legs. I have to say it's not the most comfortable for me, but it's very good. And again. Final time. In. Extend. And in. And center. Oh, hard work, huh? Give yourself a little bit of a shake. And let us just release off the legs a bit. We can do our single leg circle. So come to lying. If you want something under your head for comfort, please do so. And either bent knee both sides, just let the non-working leg fall out to the side and then stir paint in the hip joint. If you want long legs, you have long legs, really stretch both legs out, and 8 circles in each direction. So across the body, round and back, and then the other way. So you're trying to keep your body really stable. Allow the leg to be really heavy in the hip joint. Still keeping the abs scooped in and up. Oh, see, I shouldn't talk because I've lost count already. I think I've got one more on this side. And then change. If you want more of a base again, you can take your arms out to a T. Use your breath, don't be afraid to make any noise. Last time, and then reverse the direction. Swoop round, finding that point on the ceiling to start with. 3, 5, and 7, and 8. Lovely. Then we're going to work onto our side, starting with the shell, and you can use your cushion behind the leg you're working if you wish. Just come nice and long with the underneath arm. Come onto your full side and make sure your underneath waist is drawing up. Heels are roughly in line with your bottom. And again, focus on the side of your glute, your hip again. So breathing out. And out. So not rocking forward or back, just holding that cushion, or the squidgy ball in my case, just gives a little bit of extra focus and does actually help find that point. If you think you're going to rock back, you can identify it a little bit closer and just stop the movement at that point. 2 more. Then lift that leg to hip height. Same thing. So you've got to keep control and hold of that cushion. Keeping the abs engaged, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Final time. I think I was cheating a little bit there. Obviously knees come back in parallel, and then we'll do lovely double leg lift. So cushion between the ankles this time. Again, nice long underneath arm. Toes pointing forward. If you want a hand in front for balance, think drawing up the underneath waist. Then as you breathe out, lift and hover, breathe in to place yourself down. Breathing out, think long. Try not to banana into the mat. That's it, keeping the shoulders relaxed, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, using your breath, toes pointing forward. And 2 more. Final time. Then come up onto your forearm again. You'll lose that cushion. Going to just cross the top leg over the underneath leg. Re-sight yourself so you're on your hip properly. You can hold this top leg if you want. We're just going to squeeze the inner thigh, the underneath leg, up and down. It's quite a strong movement, so it won't go very far. You're trying to isolate your adductor muscles. So keeping that top half facing forward. It's quite useful for me because I've got this squidgy ball. I can rest ever so lightly on it. It's not an easy move. Think heel reaching away. So if you want to flex your foot for a little bit more, please do. 2 more. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to relax it down a little bit. Final time. And then we'll do little leg circles. So again, heel reaching away. Just do 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 in the other direction. Oh, oh, and then down. Cushion back behind the top leg, and you can stay up, and if you want to bend the underneath leg, do, or just bring it forward. We're going to take this top leg behind, turn it out, and then we're just going to lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and low. Try not to sink down. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Give that hip a little bit of love if you need to. And then change sides. So we start with the shell, cushion comes back behind the top leg, heels together, lie it down. Think underneath waist drawing away. And then 10, exhale, inhale, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, shoulders relaxed, 3, and 2, and 1. Lift it to hip height, and again, 10, 9, nice and slow, 8, really open it, getting some external rotation in that hip. And 3, and 2, and 1. Feeling space in your body, then cushion between the ankles, legs slightly forward, restack yourself up, draw that underneath waist, arm down and underneath waist up. Hand in front for balance if you want, breathing out to lift and hover, and breathing in to place yourself down. So try not to just sink into the mat in between. Think length, certainly in that top line. That's it. Got 4 more. So you're gluing those inner thighs together. And then final time. And then I think bending that front knee forward. I'm just going to reach the heel away. Did I sit up? I did, didn't I? Let me lift. 9. Again. 8. And 7. And 6, and 5, and you can think reaching the top of your body over your shoulder, definitely not sinking in, and 1, then flex that heel really even a little bit more, and 5 circles in each direction, 5, and back again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, bizarrely challenging. Then top leg back, you can stay up, open it up, send it back, and lift and lower. So you're focusing Again, further back in the hip and the glute area. That's it. Keep it turned out, keep it lifting and lowering. And 3, and 2, and final time. Lovely, lose the cushion and we'll roll over onto our fronts, but keep the cushion close by. We'll start with our arrow. So think lying down, find all of the front of your thighs on the mat, shoulders relaxed, hovering the nose, breathing in, lift the shoulders, breathe out, keep reaching the shoulder blades towards your hip to hover, thumbs to the ceiling as you rotate the arms on your in-breath, and breathing out to come down. Breath in, breathe out to hover, breath in, breath out. In, hover, keep the legs down, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, exhale, inhale, exhale, and 2 more. In, exhale, inhale, and down. If you need to, just sit back into a child pose just to release the back. Then coming back onto your fronts, put the cushion back between your heels and make yourself comfy under your forehead. We'll focus on our glutes, so just draw the shoulders down, they're drooping down your back, your pubic bone is pressing into the mat. Toes are turned out, heels squeeze as you breathe out to squeeze the bum, squeeze the cushion, long legs reaching away, keeping them down, and then breathe in to relax. So if you can, a whole out breath, roughly for a count of 10. And relax. And again, if you think as you breathe out, from where your leg meets your hip joint in your greater trochanter, think narrowing into your body, you'll really find that firmness happening and isolating in your glutes. So really getting these strong muscles to engage and fire, but also to relax in between. So you can see a huge flop and lob from mine in between. One more set. And relax. And then take your knees a little bit wider, still having the cushion between your heels. We're going to squeeze the bum, lift for 1, 2, 3, lower, 2, 3, lift, 2, 3, lower, 2, 3, lift, 2, 3. So really squeezing the bottom, lift, 2, 3. Down, 2, 3. Keep those shoulders relaxed. God, if you see how far mine had crept up. And certainly with the squidgy ball, I can feel whether one side is working faster than the other. Moving around, so you get a little bit of that with the cushion as well. Oh. Final time. Squeeze, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, and let the cushion drop. Knees wide, sitting back into a shell stretch. releasing the back a little bit more. So we're going back onto our fronts to do our double leg kick. Still with the cushion. This time your feet will be parallel, so the top of your feet will be facing the floor. This is the one where you start with your head turned to one side, hands crossed along your back, so it puts our back extension and glutes and hamstring work all together. So you want to really point your feet to hover your legs off the ground, squeezing your bottom. And you do kick, 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 extend, look to the mat, stretch your legs, and then down, kick, 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 extend. It's beautiful. You should feel it, wobbling all over the shop in your glutes and your hamstrings. Beautiful back extension to stretch. Yes. Oh yeah. It feels lovely. It's hard work. Certainly is hard work. Breathe in, 2, 3, extend. And final time. Oh, stretch it out again. Take your legs wide, your knees wide. And just find your child pose, your shell stretch. Just stretch out the back. And final one on our fronts. We will do our swimming, but we're going to hold onto the cushion at the front with your arms. So legs in parallel. Think about drawing the shoulders down, hovering the upper body, squeezing the bum to lift the legs. And we're just going to swim. Imagine you've got lovely flippers on. Find that length behind the back of the knee. If you want to, speed it up a little bit. See how fast you can go without rocking too much. And if you focus on the crease underneath your bottom, that sort of helps. And then relax. Lose the cushion, we will do swimming for sure. So squeeze the bum to hover the legs, hover the arms, and then tapping down opposite arm and leg as fast or as slow as you can control. If it's too much after all the hard work you've done now, just stay down. And again, focus on squeezing the bum at the crease and your greater trochanter area, and just lifting and lowering a leg, an arm. And 2 more. Final time. And final shell stretch. Taking those knees wide, reaching back. I seem to be working further and further back off my mat. So find a nice central position. We'll do a dog. So we don't need to have the cushion at all for the moment, she says. Have it to hand though. Find your nice flat back, draw the shoulders down, abs drawing into the body without moving the back. And then extending an arm and leg. And coming back. And back. Of course, if you want to just work on an arm and leg, or have them reaching across the floor without lifting, if that's more comfortable today, please do. And have a look between your legs as they come in to make sure your feet are in line with your heels. That's it. So you're coming back, returning to the same point every time. And final one on each side. And if you want to have a little play, grab the cushion again, back behind the knee, and we'll do some final bottom and hamstring work. So flex the foot, try and make sure it's in line with the knee, and then we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it down. Swap it over. Find that nice position. Lift it up. Make sure you're all centered as much as you can. And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lose that cushion. If you want to just give your wrists a little bit of love, move it out of the way. We're going to do a little push up into cobra. So a bit of strength work. Not too many, do what you can. So from your dog position, feel free just to step one leg back, step the other leg back, so you're in a nice plank. Hopefully bottom in line with the shoulders. From there, just allow yourself to be taken down in one long line. You can turn your feet over and extend up just as far as you're comfortable. I've got my elbows bent in and close to my sides. I'm not going too high. And come back down. Tuck your toes under. And you can come up into a press up if you want to. And again, releasing down. Swoop up into a cobra. You can take your arms wider if you want. What you can do is tuck your toes under. Hinge back into downward dog. Aiming your heels for the ground, whether you can or not. Hinge forward. Lower yourself down. Into cobra. Bend the elbows, tuck the toes under. Press up into down dog again. Final time. Of course, if you want to, just have your knees resting on the floor and you can just do a wider push up into cobra. Tucking your toes in, keeping on hands and knees. That doesn't matter. Then just sit into a child pose. Walk your hands back. Give the wrists some love. And then scoot over. And we'll finish off with some rolling like a ball. So toes together if you can. If you can, have knees together. That lovely flexion we worked on at the beginning of class. Just rolling back, keeping your head nodded. You can have your knees wide, as I said. Just a little bit of massage of the spine, as long as your floor isn't too hard and you've got enough cushioning under your mat to be safe. If not, don't do it. Just come to a balance point and just rock forward and back, just to challenge yourself. So you're keeping that sort of C curve the whole way. That's it. A couple more just to finish off if you're doing the full ones. And then let's just roll over onto our hands and knees. Tuck the toes under and then gradually roll up to standing. Coming nice and tall. We'll stretch it out, but we're going to start legs slightly wider than hip width apart, arms to the side, toes pointing out. We'll breathe in to rotate. Nod the head, slowly roll down to a standing saw. Breathing out to restack and center. Rotate, so hips stay facing forward. The same principles as when we're sitting down. I'll allow you to bend your knees if you need to be comfy. Think about the tailbone going up the wall behind you. Breathing out to make space as you soar off that inner little toe. One more. And center, final time. And then let's side bend, so bend over. Keeping the arms in a T. And out of the way. reach for the ceiling, reach for the floor, and up, and again. Reach for the ceiling, oh, I'm tight this side, and reach for the floor. Final time, up. Last side. And then we will just stretch out. So take a wider stance. We will stretch out our inner thighs. So just drop it down. Try not to rest too heavily on the non-working leg. You're stretching out your adductors, your inner thighs. Think about your breath, reaching those muscles as you stretch them out. If you want to, just take hands behind your back so you're not using them. And then up and over to the other side. So again, you might find yourself reaching over. That's fine, but try and find a bit of length out of the hips and direct the breath into those inner thighs. And then let's stick with this leg. So just turn your stance around. We'll do hamstrings. So bend the back knee. Again, hands behind, reach them down to your bottom. Keeping the foot flat on the floor. Never looks quite right, but you know if you're doing it right for you. You'll feel the stretch all the way down the back of your leg, beyond your knee. Keeping the heart lifted. Then bend both legs, step back, and then take the other leg forward. Bend the back leg. Think about reaching the upper body forward, bottom behind. And just breathe. Think about the muscles that you're stretching. Direct the breath through the veins and the arteries, deep into that leg. And then come to standing. Feet hip width apart. We'll bend the knees, backs of the hands together for our butterfly arms. Breath in here. Open up and stretch out. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Final time. Breathing out. And breathing in. Well done. Thank you, and I'll see you again really soon.